Hello, today we're going to be working on PLTW Principles of Engineering Project 0.3.3, selecting a material. For this, we're going to have to use Onshape. First, you need to sketch or trace an outline of a fert and put it on to an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and you either take a picture or scan it to upload it. Once you have that completed, then we're going to open Onshape. When you save that uploaded image, you want to make sure it's in a PNG or JPEG format. Otherwise, it's not going to work once we get into Onshape. But it says we're going to start in Onshape. We're going to start by going to Onshape. We're going to create a new document. I'm going to just label this one shoe sole, and I'm just going to call it 1 in case I do other ones. And we'll set that to get started. Then it tells you to start a sketch, and it doesn't matter what plane. I'm going to go on the top, and to make it easier to look at, I'm just going to click on my top. Then it says to click on down here in the corner this plus sign, and we want to import our image. So my image is right here on top, and I'll select that image to import. So now I have that image imported, and I want to upload it in. Towards the right hand side, you have a drop down, and you want to make sure you select insert image. There's the image I just uploaded, and it doesn't insert automatically. You have to draw the box where you want to insert it. So once you have that, you draw your box, and I'll move my cube out of the way to create that shape. Then it says to dimension it. It says to do it just like a piece of paper. Mine's a little bigger than a piece of paper, you can see, because I just took a picture. But I want you to, once you have that image imported, I'm going to hit the X. Then it wants you to dimension it. So I'm going to dimension. You can either do the top by 11 or the side by 8. If you, depending what type of image you inserted, you may not be able to do both, and it's going to show you it cannot be solved because it's going to keep the proportions of that image. So in this case, I'm going to select to keep my longest value. So in this case, I got 11, and it shows 8.25. So I'm going to make it, instead of worrying about the 11, I'm going to worry about the 8.5 on the side. So I'm going to do 8.5. And that gives us our paper. If you want that top dimension, you can see it's going to be a little bit longer than 11, and that's fine for today. Then it wants you to, just because you have this image doesn't mean you have those lines there. So it wants you to trace a sole that can go around it. So it wants you to make, you can use your different tools, whether it's using your splines, your curves, a combination of the two, or your lines. It wants you to create a sole that can go around that. So I'm just going to real quick create something that's going to go around the foot. I'm not going to worry about making it too perfect or too exact because you do want some wiggle room inside your shoe typically. So I'm going to start with the curve to make the back of my shoe, and then I'm just going to make a spline that kind of goes around the outside of my shoe that I can adjust around my foot. And then I definitely need to close off my image there at the end. Once you're done, hit escape to get out. If you need to drag something, if it's too close, you can drag things around and change those points around. But hit escape, and then we have our image there. So that gives us our image, our sole that we can then, and once you add thickness to add a thickness, all I'm going to do is hit extrude, click on the image, and change whatever thickness you want. I'm not going to give you, it wants you to pick a thickness, so I'm not going to give you a too realistic one. I'm going to go with a full 1 inch. Most people aren't going to do full 1 inch, but it's up to you what that thickness is. But to show you that thickness, that's how you get your thickness. Then after that, it's going to have you later on look at your mass properties to get your volume. To do that, you come over on the right hand side. You select this scale here on the right hand side, and then you click on the part, which is the only part you have here, and it gives you that value. It pops up an error because we haven't selected a material, and that since we don't have a material, we can't find like the mass or the centroid or any of those values, but we can still figure out the volume, which is what we're looking for on this segment of the assignment. So hopefully this helps you with 0.3.3, wherever that's at, 0.3.3 for Looks like we've hit all the things you need to use Onshape for 0.3.3, so hopefully this helps. Thank you and good luck.